Hello everyone, my name is Theotrex, and today we are going to be doing a review off of Venom, which was released in 2018. It stars Tom Hardy, and it was directed by Ruben Fleischer, was produced by Sony Pictures, and it is a movie about Venom. Who would have guessed? So, the plot of this movie is that Eddie Brock, he's not doing too good, he's not having the best life. His life sucks. His girlfriend broke up with him. He lost his job. And that's all I can really say, like, in general. Oh, wait. The Venom, of course. He then comes across a symbiote, which, turns him into Venom. So now he is being hunted by this guy who sounds like Elon Musk. Cured cancer, all that. Who also has his own symbiote. So, I'm gonna get this out of the way. This movie kind of sucks. But in a good way. The movie kind of sucks in a good way. So I see a lot of problems with this movie. Mainly, it would have heavily benefited from an R rating. Because there was a lot in this movie that seemed like they wanted an R-rated movie. I understand why it wasn't R-rated. I think they wanted to, if it was R-rated, it would just restrict the people and the characters and whatnot. Restrict people like young teens or people who may not know of Venom to not see the movie. Although that argument can be kind of dumb because this is not the greatest depiction of the character. A complaint I see a lot is that this movie has no connection to Spider-Man. That menace Spider-Man. But I don't see that issue because Spider-Man was too busy in the MCU. I'm not sure if they could have done something with that. So it's whatever. Next. And the plot is just all over the place. People are just bad at their jobs for the sake of the plot. Like, there's this really nice doctor guy, and then they oh, hey, let's just let Eddie go, despite the fact he may be a wanted criminal because, he literally killed some people before. And yeah. And there's this subplot in the movie where another symbiote is going to be transported. It's like he's traveling the world to get to Drake, who is the main villain. And why does it stop at him? Why couldn't it have been at the Asian girl, or this little girl, or the grandma? Why did it stop at him? That's what I want to know. And he turns into Riot. Yeah, Riot. Not Carnage, Riot. Which is super weird, because, not that many people know of Riot. I guess this was a way of introducing the character to mainstream media, but he was just forgettable. The fights are also poorly edited. It does the Hollywood tradition of cutting away and having way too many cuts for you to see everything properly. Literally, the first, actual fight scene takes place in the smoke. And it's whatever. Now, not to say this movie is horrible. It's nowhere as bad as Suicide Squad. I definitely liked this movie. It definitely had its fun, enjoyable moments, and it definitely felt like a comic book. This is just one of those movies that you turn off your brain and you watch. Really. Some more things to note is that the girlfriend character I completely forgot about. She is just so forgettable. Yay. I think Tom Hardy is really the only one who kills it in this movie. He's really having fun with the character of Eddie Brock. And he's just having fun. And I think him and Venom's dynamic duo kind of works here. Although actually I don't remember that much. I just realized there's a horrible glare coming through my back window, so ignore that. So is that there is huge dynamic duo between Venom and Eddie. It's kind of like a married couple, And Yeah, there's a few there's also a few other characters in this movie, like I mentioned Riot, but She Venom is also in this movie if you want to consider this She Venom. And boy, if I'm getting turned on by Venom, I swear to God. Uh, so yeah, there's also another subplot was the oh God, that glare just got horrible. Be right back. All right, so back to what I was saying. Uh, the final fight between Elon Musk and Tom Hardy, I mean Eddie Brock, it's kind of lackluster. You can't really tell what's going on because, you know, it's night, Venom's the color of black, and it's whatever. I do think that this movie could definitely have benefited from an R rating, however, like I said earlier. And, you know, there's just not that many good fight scenes. But it's still enjoyable to watch. I actually really found this movie's sense of humor funny. And I do like the Venom design a lot more. I think this is like, despite what I said earlier about this not being the greatest depiction of Carnage, I mean Venom, greatest depiction of Venom on the big screen, I do think this is a good second attempt. Because the last time we saw Venom was in 2007, and he went by I, me pronouns. Like he referred to himself as me and I. I think that could just because the movie didn't really like picture the symbiote as being its own thing. It kind of like by the time it got to Eddie Brock, I think it was just a suit for him, not an actual other creature. Which, you know, has its argument. You could say that that was because it was a suit for Spider-Man, so it became a suit for Peter Parker. I have not looked into the comics at all, so I don't really know if that's how that would work. I heard that the new like canon for Venom and why he has the spider symbol and why he has the powers is because of the Red Dragon and Null. But I have not looked into that. I have not read any Marvel comics. I love Marvel. I just never read any of the comics, which is a shame because like I bet you there are some good stories. I just don't know where to start. Where do I start? Let me know if anybody finds this video. Like, let me know where I start with the Marvel comics. But back to Venom. Riot is pretty boring. Like I said, not really a good villain. And there's a movie. There is a post-credit scene. And basically, you know, Eddie Brock goes to this asylum and he's like, oh, I have to do a report on the serial killer. Woody Harrelson. Kingpin. No, not that Kingpin. The Kingpin. Tallahassee from Zombie. Woody Harrelson is Cletus Cassidy and he's a Ronald McDonald wig. I am so glad they got rid of that in the sequel, Venom Let There Be Carnage, which I have not seen yet, but I will be doing a review of this soon of that after I see it today. Venom. And he's like, oh, there's gonna be some carnage. And yes, this is indeed referring to the fact that that second movie is revolved around Carnage. So, my final verdict of the movie is that overall, it's stupid if you look at it too hard. It is definitely a bad movie if you look at it too hard. But if you just want to sit down, turn your mind off and watch it, it is really fun and enjoyable. It's one of those movies that's so bad it's good, but that's up to debate. I'm going to give Venom a 4.5 out of 10. I will say better attempt at the character of Venom than in Spider-Man 3. But yeah. So sorry for my Birds of Prey review. I haven't really gotten to that yet because I just kind of like lost interest. But I will be doing it soon enough. Probably after Venom Let There Be Carnage. The Venom Let There Be Carnage was coming out. So I did want to do something for that movie. So yeah. And I also wanted to do a Free Guy review, but, you know, I wasn't able to see the movie, sadly, so, meh. Alright, if you guys did enjoy this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and always stay cool.